Hey people, Mindred here, 3v3, Bend Unlock, blue team. Slaaneshi Cacophony is a Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support fighting in melee begins with a Refractor Shield, Armageddon Steel Legion elite scheme hero alongside a couple of Force Commanders, Dirty Marksman with some Blood Ravens, and we have Mudwizard, Black Templars elite scheme. These guys are offensive melee heroes, can also tank, disrupt and support though. Red team, this fellow who I can't say the name of, with a brother captain. A durable hero walking through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and support fighting in melee. Alongside Tyranids time, it's Alexandro with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist can infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. In on one of the Force Commanders, gets a special. They might try and flesh hook one of those scouts over there. Nope, just going to flesh hook the Force Commander. They have triple Hormagaunts, they might force him off here, and they do force him off. Rounding off the teams is BeefSirPreme as a Hive Tyrant. A durable hero walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense, disruption and support begins in melee with a basic synapse. I shall call you Pascal. They're in the southeast against one of those Force Commanders, of course. Over on the northwestern kind of corner, Lictor Alpha comes over to harass some guardsmen. Sentinel's going to go down here. Was trying to get the ground pound up, but it took a bit too long and it was isolated away from the guardsmen, so it couldn't get repaired. Lictor Alpha had a big impact there, so good split from Alexandro. Now they go back towards the mid with their triple Hormagaunts, double termagants up for Beef. More scouts on the field for Dirty Marksman, which could be very useful against these triple Hormagaunts. Shotguns on both, I would think. Oh, these guys are getting a sergeant first. Okay, they want to try and get some cheeky grenades in there once these guys charge in. Lictor Alpha's going to be forced to retreat. They didn't touch the mid power, but we do see this power being hit on the east side. Hive Tyrant backs off. Pascal did take some damage there. And here come the double termagants. We got Toxin Sacks on one. Help control that Force Commander. They bashed the node. And I think they're going to bash that gen that was just put down. Interceptors on the way for the brother captain. Got the cap on this natural victory points. So triple now for the red team. Slaaneshi will take it back, most likely into Cacophony and a power sword, I would think. Strat squad going after him. Throws up the shield. As long as he keeps the Strat squad away from his guardsmen, he'll be relatively okay taking on this fight, I think. Lost the shield already though. And those guys are busy capping, so they can't fire. Here comes some support from Dirty Marksman. Assault squad on the way for Mudwizard. Interceptors are on the field. So surely once he sees the interceptors, he's going to want that power sword, I would think. These guys looking for a grenade. Problem with that sergeant, of course, is they could get flesh hooked. There it is. And Toxin Miasma is in. And they are now mobbing that sergeant. And it's a die last leader, so all of that damage gets spread to the rest of the squad, and they're gonna wipe here. Decent grenade from the other scout squad, and it is indeed Cacophony's up from Slaaneshi. Hormagaunts with adrenal glands, do they all have it? They do all have it. Maybe pheromones then to support them, but not yet. Huge aggression early on from the red team. You do often see Space Marine players being pinned back a bit early on in 3v3s, although they tend to do a little bit better with that thanks to the Force Commander being around, so you can smack melee squads around and that kind of thing. Down goes the Lictor Alpha, and they're going to get the brother captain too. I think he's very low, does have the unending purge, does not want the purge to end quite yet, unless you're Tyranids, I suppose. They're okay right now. Cacophonies are in there. They should be going into melee with the brother captain. They've got power melee weapons. They can be a massive threat to low-level heroes. And down he goes. That was a little bit sloppy there from the brother captain. Oh, he's got double interceptors. Awesome. I wonder if that was intended. Power sword up on that Force Commander now. Dirty Marksman and an Iron Halo. That'll really help against the double interceptors teleporting in. And we do see a power sword for the Force Commander. Fantastic weapon. 50 power melee DPS, also gives you lead by example, which is much like the Force Commander's battle cry actually, but I think it buffs her a bit more. I think isn't it 20% per swing rather than 10% of the default battle cry, but that's going to be more now with the power sword up to 15. And I assume they all stack. You can see they're all Force Commander of Mudwizard pop battle cry, and lead by example has been popped as well. And you get the speed buff, +1 speed from lead by example. Good grenade. Oh, was it a good grenade? It hit his own unit. Interceptors may not get out. 30 hit points. I think they made it. Lictor Alpha in amongst those Catachans. Catachans do get away. The Assault Squad jumping in. That could be a dicey jump. Hive Tyrant is right there. And Hormagaunts are right there. That's a good special. It's fantastic to get special attacks with your hero when you've also got your Hormagaunts around or another melee squad around, because they can go after all the stuff you just knocked over, get a bunch of free attacks. No sign of rending talons though. We do have improved synapse and a Ravener Brood and tier 2 from Alexandro. There's triple Hormagaunts into tier 2. Did they get pheromones? I did not see pheromones. Mudwizard with some devastators up. Dirty Marksman seems to be trying to rush tier 2 maybe for a dreadnought, having to withstand a bunch of pressure, but as long as they can keep hold of that power, I think they can pull off a tier 2 rush of sorts. Oh no, they're getting an assault squad now, and power is being bashed big time. Double Termagants with Toxin Sacks and Ravener Brood in there. Here comes Slaaneshi to defend the VP, and I think they can. Pops the lead by example. Shotgun blast on the strike squad, and they're getting messed up here. Really messed up. Maybe the Catachans should have followed up with melee immediately there after the shotgun blast. Assault squad of Mudwizard in a bit of a... yeah, they're okay. I thought they were going to go down. Looks like Battle Cry was on them. Sorry, For the Emperor was on them. Very aggro. Jumping your assault squad into double Hormagaunts and strike squad and interceptors, and then throwing For the Emperor on them. That's kind of committing them, isn't it? G's did a Brood on the field now for Alexandro. Surely they're going to get pheromones. They do have Deadly Jump. And we've got some Spawn Mines on the way. That's cheeky. Tier 2 now for the Brother Captain. Only Dirty Marksman hasn't gone tier 2 yet. Pascal's going to need to run away from this. There's a bunch of stuff shooting him. And Assault Squad. And here comes the Lord Commissar. Looks like it was judged well though. Gets away. Meanwhile, southeast. Hormagaunts are... oh, they are going to get a decap. Being suppressed now by those Devastators. They've forgotten about these Hormagaunts here. There we go, there's the retreat. Blue team pushing all the way through the mid, but there are the Gene Stealers. Bad sight to see if you're an assault squad. Able to jump away maybe, or there's a deadly jump into a flesh hook maybe. There it is, they get the kill. Nicely done by Alexandro. Levels up the Lictor Alpha, and we do see Pheromone in now. That could be a massive deal in the big fights. Debuffing enemies and allowing all of his melee stuff to reinforce. Lictor Alpha has been superb so far. Super aggressive too. Up almost level 3 now. We'll see if they can maintain this. Here comes the Primaris Psyker for Slaaneshi, and that could be a fantastic pull if they can get that ethereal wave up. Lictor Alpha does hit level 3. Spawn Mines get a decent detonation as well. Not sure what the Lord Commissar's up to. Just getting some shots in there. There we go. Here comes the Psyker. And that was, I guess that was Strip Soul there. Got that basic staff attack that does area of effect damage. It's very cool. I think they just got the codices there. I think they did rename it to Codice. I think there's a typo though. I think it says Codices of Wraith instead of Wrath. But that's what gives him Ethereal Wave. And the other thing is Terrifying Visions or something like that. That gives him the suppression ability, which would also be very useful here. So he could do a lot, but also needs to be careful about Lictor Alpha's jumping after him and flesh hooking. Because if he gets jumped by a Lictor Alpha and then gets knocked over, and a Lictor gets like 2 or 3 hits while he's on the floor, and then another 2 as he gets up, and then a flesh hook. That could kill him, especially if they panic retreat, and those are all retreat hits. Thunderhammer Force Commander now for Mudwizard. Sending those interceptors packing. Do have their Justicar. Oh, they did lose one of their interceptor squads completely though. I missed that. Looking for a flank here maybe. Dirty Marksman. Grenade. Nope, does not pop the grenade. Does throw Battle Cry up though. And we got some Venom Brood with range Synapse. They want to go after this Razorback here, I suppose. Have they seen it already? Or is that it just rolling out now? No, it has taken damage, so they have seen it. Lictor Alpha with some Rippers alongside. Has to jump away. It's well judged by Alexandro, I think. Or is it? Are they going to die? Oh, they are. Grenade Launcher Barrage comes in from Slaaneshi and finishes him off. Going to get revived from there, though. Razorback getting Venom Cannon. Didn't like it, so backs away. Scouts can repair, of course. Anything else for the Force Commander? Artificer Armor's in. Assault Squad get their Sergeant. There's Tier 3 for Dirty Marksman. Tier 3 also for the Tyranid players. There's that Primaris Psyker. Doesn't show me the stuff he's got in the unit card here, unfortunately. So I'm not sure if he has both the upgrades yet. Or only one of them. Oh, there's 3 upgrades, isn't there? Yeah, there's one that also allows him to spend health instead of energy. Which also increases the damage of his basic attack. So I think there's a call here for him to get all 3 upgrades, although that's a lot of investment in your Primaris Psyker. That was the Ethereal Wave. Didn't seem to knock anything over. I don't think it hit super well. Brother Captain now has Blessed Aegis. Going straight after that Psyker, now turns his attention to the Guardsmen, all of which have plasma guns. Don't have their Sergeants yet though. Oh, there's Inspire Courage. Double damage now. What are you going to do, Mr. Brother Captain? Oh, these fellas are going to give him energy. Yeah, so he can throw the shield back up. That was Purification rights. No, Purification from the Strike Squad, giving him some energy back. Could have used Sanctify as well, I suppose, from a global bar. Southeast kicking off. Anything here for Pascal? Still just the improved Synapse. Zone Thrope on the field though for BeefSirPreme, and here comes the melee mob of Alexandro. Force Commander's already used the Battle Cry, so he can't knock them around. Needs to try and get away. Oh, they have a teleporter pack. They're probably going to go down here. Yep. Genestealer gets a sync kill. Lictor Alpha, almost level 4. Oh, Dreadnought. Dirty Marksman cancelled their tier 3, went for a Dreadnought, Assault Cannon, and there's the Barrage. And Genestealers, oh, they do have their Rending Claws. They are going to tear that Dreadnought apart if they can get in there, because this guy won't have melee resistance. There they go. Look at the damage. That guy needs to turn around and leave. Popping that Adrenal Rush as well, for more speed and more damage and more durability. I think it's going to be alright now. It's going to be close though. And we see that Lictor Alpha trying to debuff the Force Commander. It might be worth the Lictor Alpha just jumping ahead and getting some hits on that Dreadnought. There's only one Genestealer left. Lictor Alpha does try and go and finish it off. Genestealer might get away. Bolt Pistol might get it done though. The Dreadnought survives. The Genestealer is away for now, but Slaaneshi's there to finish it off. Yes, down goes the Genestealers. They did well as well. Might replace them actually, Alexandro. Might replace them. Tactical Marines with their Sergeant. We have a Venom Cannon Hive Tyrant now, which could be superb if Slaaneshi leans heavily into vehicles, which Imperial Guard tend to do. Lord Commissar now has Stubbornness, so I guess he's incentivized to maybe go super heavy infantry with some Bullgrins maybe. I don't mean super heavy armor type, I just mean lots of infantry. So you could see maybe Bullgrins and Kassakin, so the Stubbornness procs the most. Just backs off a bit, invites those Hormagaunts in. Stormtroopers go for a grenade. They get it. Inspire courage on the Catechins, and those Stormtroopers got deleted by those shotguns. And down goes the brother captain too. That's a good fight for Slaaneshi. A very good fight. Brother captain's down to just a single unit. Down to just a strike squad. Here comes the Carnifex. Stern Guard are up. There's tier 3 for Slaaneshi. Whirlwind on the field for Mudwizard. Hive Tyrant getting shots on the Razorback, is he? There he goes. Plants his feet. Force Commander was on the Venom Brood though. They couldn't get shots in. And the Assault Squad jumping ahead. Oh, I didn't even need to. Slaaneshi mopped him up. Some momentum now for the blue team. They do have a bunch of VPs to make up, almost 200. Here's the Carnifex. They've gone Venom Cannon Carnifex. BeefSirPreme with a Swarm Lord on the way. Assault Cannon Barrage. Oh, hey, and another Dreadnought. I didn't even notice there was another Dreadnought there. They kept this one melee. Big old Bioplasma shot. Stern Guard have their Vengeance rounds in, shooting up the Carnifex. And a Lascannon now getting shots, maybe for the Emperor. It's out of range. It's out of range now. 172 to 347. Meanwhile, Mudwizard is power bashing. Grey Knight Terminators on the way for the brother captain. The Swarm Lord still coming. Some Ripper fellas in there. Yeah, Carnifex took a decent chunk of damage there. Not sure where Beef's Zone Throat went. They did have a Zone Throat at some point. Level 4 Force Commander for Dirty Marksman getting stuck in there. It's a really good front line. Lord Commissar and 2 Force Commanders. Is it better than Brother Captain Lictor Alpha and Hive Tyrant though? But the Hive Tyrants went and got a ranged weapon, so maybe we'll never know. Force Commander gets away. Brother Captain now has... Oh, they already had Blessed Aegis. They now have the Nemesis Demon Hammer. Grey Knight Terminator is teleporting in, being very aggressive, and there's that Swarm Lord. This Dreadnought might be done for. It might get chased down. It's level 2. Swarm Lord dealing heavy melee damage, of course, damaging all targets pretty damn well. Takes it down. Takes it down. Hive Tyrant was helping. There's a Melter Bomb, and now Las Cannons on the Swarm Lord. Melter Bomb hit and Las Cannon together means you can't move, basically. They stack together, these snares. They're trying to get that Las Cannon dealt with. Dropping in something. Maybe. There we go. Took a while. It was a Venom Brood dropped in by Alexandro. And here's Without Number from Beef. Dropping upgraded Termagants and Hormagaunts. What a hell of a push. Hell of a push from the red team. The Grey Knight Terminators and the Swarm Lord allows them to push through. Swarm Lord has backed off now. And there's a 2-1 for red. Can the blue team bounce back? There goes that Lictor Alpha. Been an absolute menace. Inspire courage up on these guys. There's that Psyker, level 3 now. But the captain goes down. Strat squad backing away. So are the Grey Knight Terminators. They do have some support here. Oh, they're just turning around again. Need to be careful, fellas. The Whirlwind was taken out. I didn't know. Oh, there it is. Razorback's still alive, though. They can all reinforce off that Razorback. So that's kind of a big deal. We might see a Brood nest up here, maybe. From Beef. Tier 3 for Dirty Marksman. And here comes a Storm Lord for Slaaneshi. Going to really help against those Terminators. The Brother Captain. They are probably waiting for the power to drop Paladins down. Until then, they are only fielding 2 units. Big fight now. Terminator's teleporting in. I don't think they should have used their teleport for that. Rocket run now from Slaaneshi. Messed up some Tyranids. Here comes the Swarm Lord, and there's an Orbital. That was an That was from the brother captain, I think. So he can't drop paladins now. And did a bunch of friendly fire too to his own terminators. And that's a lot of the plasma, fellas. Power Sword Commissar chasing it down. Looks like he's going to get away, that Terminator. Lictor Alpha levels again. Catechins get away. Force Commander's still chasing this guy. Probably has hundreds of hit points though. Yeah, over 400 hit points still. Carnifex getting a thorn back for Alexandro. I like that. Don't see enough thornbacks. Did they put Mind Blades on the Terminators? Why? They're not fighting. I wonder if that was a misclick. Oh, there's the Grey Knight I can't remember what it's called. It used to be called Holocaust, but they changed the name. Lord Commissar runs off. He's level 7, this fella. 110 to 290. A 2-to-1 cap for the red team. Where's that Thornback gone? Oh, it's back at base. Some very brave assault squad fellas jumping in to get the melter bomb. Lascannon's also getting shots, and that is an orbital from Mudwizard, I guess. Dirty Marksman goes for a tank. There's that Stormlord. It's a decent orbital. There's that Stormlord using Swarmlord, sorry, using the Leech Essence to heal up, and he's being shot at by a Stormlord. Tyranno formation now. Another really good push on the red team. Lictor Alpha messing up some Catechins. And they're now putting pressure on the Stormlord. That Carnifex is pretty low. I think it's going to back away, yeah. Did get some decent shots though. There's a Manticore and a Predator tank back there too. Gotta try not to overextend the red team, but they seem fixated on getting this Stormlord down. Stormlord has backed away. Carnifex is still going. It is being repaired. Can they out-repair melee Carnifex damage though? Stone Guard need to create some space so they can shoot. They're being tied up by Rippers right now. Grey Knight Terminator's very far forward. It's a Land Raider Crusader on the way for the brother captain. Alexandro using the charge to get away with the Carnifex. Very well judged again. Did a lot of damage to the Stormlord. This Predator tank with a las cannon is trying to chase down that Carnifex. One more shot will do it. There we go. I thought it was well judged, but they got chased by a tank. 60 to 288. 2-to-1 cap now for blue team. Oh wait, what is this? How did this Force Commander get here? I guess he chased... Oh, that's when they chased the Terminators that we saw. Are they both las cannon? No. One of the Predators still has the autocannon on it. Pascal, get away! Oh, Pascal's down. Grey Knight Terminator is backing off now. He must be level 4, this Psycho, yeah. Psycho's been pretty awesome. Manticore strike. Hits the zone thrope a bit. But I don't think it hit that much else. There's a melter bomb on the Carnifex. Blue team should be able to hold this, I think. Well, for now, for the immediate future. And look at this. Sneaky Catechins from Slaaneshi. Might get a triple cap here. Alexandro's down to 2 units. Here is the Crusader. With those Hurricane Bolters, also allows it to reinforce off it. Got some nasty weaponry. Multi-melter on top and that twin-linked assault cannon. Level 6 Force Commander though, mixing it up. There's an orbital. Placed them very, very close to each other, trying to get the Land Raider, I think. Or maybe they were trying to kill that Zone Throat. Did they do it? Nope, Zone Throat got away. Thought maybe it was caught in the beam somewhere. Crusader is pushing. He's taking las cannon shot though. That is a medical bunker back there. The Stormlord also allows you to reinforce off it, of course. I always forget that. Such a fantastic tank, this thing. Swarmlord of Beef is back. Another Carnifex on the way for Alexandro. Melter Bomb is going to take las cannon shots as well. Many las cannon shots. But the red team have the mid. They're also getting the natural back, and we might see if the Lictor Alpha can get back to his feet again. We might see the Lictor Alpha going after their natural VP over there. Terminator Librarian on the way now for the brother captain, who is down here. Maybe Beef can come and get them. Maybe. It's a bit far forward though. Team hitting back. Decapping is the Force Commander here, taking tons of damage. Gets the decap. Decent Pyroplasma shot. Here come the Assault Marines. Just to throw the Melter, I think. And they hit the Crusader with it. Is there anything even? There's nothing here to repair the Crusader. Insane fight in the mid. Swarmlord trying to charge in there, but goes down. Down goes a tank as well. There is Sanctuary from the Terminator Librarian. I'm not sure why they put that there. Oh, hi, Lightning Claw Terminator Force Commander now. Trying to fight some Grey Knight Terminators. Not going great for him, to be honest. Lictor is also there. Is that Lictor Alpha? That's a Lictor Alpha. Jumping ahead. All three red team heroes are back up actually. And I think Alexandro should be going after that blue team natural. They're down to 48 points. Grey Knight Terminators with their Incinerator are decapping. They started reinforcing off the Crusader, but now they're too far away to actually get the reinforcement. And they're taking huge damage from that Stormlord. Holy crap. Teleporting back to reinforce again. Now it's the brother captain going for the cap. Needs to use Sanctify on himself to get energy back, but doesn't do it, goes down. Venom Brood also going down. What are these guardsmen doing? What's this guy doing? I don't know how he got so separated, but he's very brave. Here comes that Lictor Alpha. I think it's a big mistake for Alexandro not to go after that natural VP. 48 to 156. Or at least for someone to go after it. Lictor Alpha will be pretty damn good at it. Especially if he gets Lone Hunter. Still has Pheromone for now. BeefSirPreme down to just 2 Termagant units. Termagant Broods. Dirty Marksman with another tank on the way. Not seen any Terminators from those Force Commanders. Look at that. Sneaky scouts. They're playing the VP game a lot better right now, the blue team. They have a triple, in fact. And the Crusader's going to go down. The brother captain really should have got Stormtroopers up if they want a Crusader. So they could repair it. Not sure why they haven't. They have the requisition for it right now. Triple cap still in. Psyche gets away. Red team are taking a natural back now. Is that going to prompt them to maybe think, hey, we should take their natural? Doesn't seem like it. They are hyper focused on the mid right now, the red team. Librarian on the way for Mudwizard. Land Raider Crusader barely clinging to life. To its machine spirit. There's an orbital. Looks like a pretty good one from the brother captain. Gets the las cannon at least, but oh, Rocket Run came in, takes out the Land Raider. Almost wiped out those Terminators too. Orbital got some good hits there. Manticore now comes in. Absolute meat grinder in the mid. Real meat grinder. Grey Knight Terminator is teleporting forward with like 100 hit points. I guess they have to try and do something. Just trying to clear a path. Orbital goes up again. Not sure whose that was. Maybe Mudwizard again. Didn't seem to lift the Force Commander in the air though, did it? Stormlord is very low. They're just getting repairs. Who can grab the mid? Brother Captain is grabbing the mid. Still no effort whatsoever from the red team to get blue team's natural. I mean, they are quite depleted now. But they should have done that earlier. I don't think I really saw them make a push for it throughout the entire game, really. Tyranno formation in the back lines there. Trying to get the... Yeah, they got the bunker down. Manticore takes out the Carnifex. They get in the mid. Red team get the mid. Brother Captain getting it done, I think. Carnifex being tied up by Assault Marines. Might get finished off by this Predator tank here. Not sure what it's trying to shoot at. Goes down. Was a weird usage of that tank there. The other tank backed away though. 36 to 24 on the VPs. Now it's the blue team capping the mid. Venom Brew dropped in by Alexandro. Into plasma gun range though. And the Assault Marines are right on them and they're going to go down. 2-1 for blue. Without number comes in. Purifiers on the field now for the Brother Captain. Oh, looks like something is going for the natural VP. Is it those Purifiers? It's just a strike squad. There's a Manticore here. It's got a heavy bolter on it. But those guys are going to go for a decap. 2-1 for blue. 1-1 for blue. Or 1-1 I should say. Blue have the most VPs though. Not a lot in it. Assault Terminators coming in finally. From Dirty Marksman. Another Manticore. Some decent hits. Las Cannon's done huge amounts of work for Mudwizard. They got the decap and they run. Single cap now for red. Eurothrope on the way for Alexandro. That could have been useful earlier. But I mean, they did get a Swarm Lord, which was pretty awesome. Might get the Manticore down here. Yep, Manticore's down, got a bit too close. 22 to 11. Are you a Thornback? You are a Thornback. And those... Oh, the Terminator's got claws. I thought they were going to keep their hammers to hunt Carnifexes. Might go down. Terminator's down to 35 hit points, get away. 12 to 11. Kebab, says Slaaneshi. Look, it's hard to type sometimes. Lehman Russ on the way for Slaaneshi. Is he going to get on the field in time? 9 to 11. It's insanely close. Guardsman on it. Captain Marines taking up the cap, and they do cap faster. What level are those tacks? Is it you guys? It's Mudwizards. Oh, they're new Tactical Marines. Brand new fellas coming in. 2-1 for blue. They got it. And it might be enough. Hive Tyrant desperately trying to decap here. And they get it. They get the decap at 1 victory point. 1 VP. Here comes another Land-Ready Crusader from the Brother Captain. Which I don't... That's a bad thing to purchase. They're like 75 seconds or something. They could have dropped in... They could have dropped in Paladins. What are they doing? Why are they getting a Land Raider? Well, the blue team get the victory. Because of Sneaky Catachans decapping here. Well played, Slaaneshi. And it was an insane game. Look at the middle. Look at this stuff. Littered with Marines and Grey Knights and Tyranids. Lord Commissar was level 10. I wonder how long they were level 10 for. We had a Terminator Force Commander who doesn't have levels because he's too fancy. Level 10 Force Commander for Mudwizard. Level 9 Brother Captain. Level 9 Lictor Alpha. And a level 8 Hive Tyrant. I think the red team could have done more putting pressure on this. And there was a few strange choices, like getting a Land Raider and then not getting anything to repair it ever. That was a bit odd, but there was some fun stuff. The Psycho was amazing. Lictor Alpha started really strong, which gave the red team some momentum, but the blue team clawed their way back, and it was those sneaky Scout and Catachan decaps here that won it for them, I think. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this madness, and I'll see you next time.